Who do you think she's like? We all know. Well, I'd like to really thank y'all for being here, and not just say that. Really thank y'all. It's a pleasure doing life with you guys. It really is. Everybody in here. I did want to, when you were up here, Poppy and Nana, I just wanted to thank y'all. I just want to thank y'all. Because if y'all wouldn't have walked in the fear of the Lord like y'all did, then we probably wouldn't be together. And it's so cool when my father-in-law talked about the generational blessings. It's like I talked to my dad about the things he had to deal with, and I talked to Poppy about the things they had to deal with, and because they really surrendered to God, there's certain things we never dealt with at all. And now I'm excited to see what our kids, they're not going to start where we start, they're going to start where we finish in our walk with God, and that's the faith to faith, glory to glory, blessing to blessing. You know, my kids, they were saying earlier, they're like, you know, I love going around people like, are you Pastor Jason's daughter? You Pastor Jason's dad? I said, you know, one day is going to come, and people are going to come up to me, and they're going to say, are you Ella Robinson's dad? Are you Trent Robinson's dad? And I can't wait for those days just to see them shine like that. So I just wanted to thank you guys. I just wrote down a few things here. I put Stephanie, I don't even know what to say. 30 years old. I can remember our first date at Harbor Seafood, which really wasn't a date. When we were there and you were helping me look for an apartment because I had just became a youth pastor on the South Shore, and you just simply, and as we're sitting there talking, for you guys that don't know the story, so I just came to be a youth pastor, just became a youth pastor, and I was looking for an apartment. Babe, why don't you want to take Elena over there? Watch Jack. Great. Over there. So I'm sitting there at Harbor Seafood, and as I'm sitting there, we're just eating, nothing going on, just eating. Stephanie just looks up at me and says, I just want you to know, just because you're working for my dad, I will never date you. Never forget it. And then I looked at her and I said, I didn't want to date your sorry behind anyway. And a year and a half later, we got married. What's that? Yeah, all that. I can remember these times just having a blast. The fireworks started right off the bat. And in a good way, they've never stopped. I remember having our first child, Mia, and watching the way that you took care of her and loved all of our kids. And I thought, man, I married the best mom, not just the best wife in the world. Since that time, not only have you been a great mom to Mia, Trent, Ellen, Elise, but I've watched you become a great spiritual mom to a whole region of guys and girls who really need a godly mom. Very proud of you for that. Babe, you're my soulmate. And I know God specifically fashioned you for me. Before we got married, we said we want our motto in life to be that we always celebrate life. You know? The good and the bad, enjoy it all. I believe we've done that. Enjoy our kids because we know they won't live with us forever. I believe we've done that. We got a lot more to do with that. We got a long way to go. All right, so. And to always be best friends through it all. Even to this day, Fridays are my favorite day of the week because I get to spend it all day long with my best friend. I'm not 100% sure of everything that God has for us in the future, but I know that it will be awesome. And I know that we're going to have a blast all the way. And that I will have a blast with my best friend. To know, one thing I've learned and I know about Stephanie is to know Stephanie is to love Stephanie. It really is true. Stephanie has not met anyone that doesn't like her. And I've often said people like me, but they love her. If I give you a tissue or something. I'll use yours. It's all we're all family here. From the first day I met you, your smile was the first thing I saw, and it still lights up a room. You're full of life, and you bring life in every situation. You always have. Stephanie, I love you more than anything. And I'm so thankful for you, and I am so proud of you. Happy birthday, and I look forward to 100 years more with my best friend. I love you, babe. Happy birthday.
Let me tell you a funny story about Stephanie. She had dated a guy for like 3 years, and then they broke up, so she wasn't dating anybody. And we went to a church to see the Book and Tabernacle Choir. And after they did their music and stuff, the pastor, he said, grab hands next to the person inside of you and let them pray for you. And it was, remember that black lady that stood inside? And she prayed and she prophesied of Stephanie about becoming a minister's wife. She said, because we had a pastor that was from Georgia, and she had a real Georgia, and he said, I'm sorry, I just cannot picture myself standing in the floor and saying, bless you, sister, bless you, brother.
And if I remember true, yeah, well, anyway. So it's guys, we're in no hurry. It's still early, so please hang out, talk. If you have a few things that you'd like to share with my wife, then you're more than welcome to grab it, pull it to the side, say something. Hope you guys are able to fill out cards in some of those areas. And again, that cake was so good.